Hey, it's Trent with Luro. I want to show you how quickly you can get things set up here with these 3 steps, starting on the overview page. So first, we will connect our site, our product, our app via URL. I'm just going to copy the URL of the Luro site here. Also, you can do this behind an authentication layer. So if you have login credentials you want to enter in, you can do that. I don't need that for this, so we'll move forward and we'll let Luro run the crawl. All finished. And just to finish importing pages, here you can select them all, you can select a few, you can change the title if you need to, but we'll move ahead. And finished. In the background, Luro will be taking screenshots and indexing the pages, so if you ever come back to the pages screen, you'll be able to see all those here. But let's get back to the overview and move on to step 2. Adding your components. We have more options coming, but right now we'll be adding them from Figma today. I'm going to copy the URL for the Figma components that we use for our site, pasting that here, adding a source file, and Luro's going to crawl that and give you a list of all your components. We just got 4 here for this demo. I'm going to select them all and import them and stand up my design system. All set here, ready to add documentation. You can do that, just some things that you can do separate from tracking. You can change things like status, you can add code documentation, you can add insights, which we have here, prototypes, research, and testing. All these things, but let's focus on tracking here. So I'll just go back to the overview, show you these 2 check marks that we've earned, and we're getting in now to selectors. So the same thing, we're back to the components view here. We'll set up tracking, and we'll add tracking. So what we'll do here is add CSS selectors that correspond with the components that we're using. So we have our primary and secondary buttons, and for this situation, it's .btn, and for secondary, it's .btn -- secondary. And if you do have legacy selectors, an example of this would be if you have a live product or site with outdated non-design system components, you want to track those and minimize those and have a map to finding those, like an audit of those, so you can reduce those over time. You can enter those here. For this, I won't, just to move forward. And now we will click Run Crawl and let that happen the same way we did with the page crawler at the beginning. And with that, we have data. So here we can see we've got 55 instances of our buttons. Most of them are probably in the primary. 49 of those are primary and 6 are secondary. You can click into these and get information on the pages that those instances are appearing on, links to those pages. So you can not only just get an instant map of your component adoption, your component usage, but how they're being used. You can click in and see it for real. These are run every week. You can trigger a crawl manually and it will just update that. Same thing here. We have instances and we have graphs for pages. Let me show you what this looks like with a little more data. Clicking over here to buttons and tracking month over month. This is an example of what I was talking about with the legacy. So we can see legacy going down over time, kind of non-design system official components being reduced and removed, and official design components being adopted and moving forward. Same thing for the page count. That's it. It gets us all set up with component tracking. Get into it. Let us know if you have any questions. And as always, thank you for using Luro.